I'm Quentin D'Souza and this is Get Real Wealthy. On this episode, we're going to talk about managing your property manager.
Creating wealth, freedom, and security using real estate investing. This is Get Real Wealthy.
So, you have a property manager. Well, or perhaps you're looking for a local property manager in the area. It's a good thing to have a property manager, particularly if you're trying to scale your business. Before you buy a property, you're probably going to want to talk with a local property manager in the area to see whether the local manager is even willing to manage the property. This could give you some insights into the different areas and why a property manager may want to or not want to manage that particular property. So having that conversation initially with a couple of property managers in a given area when you're looking is a great way of getting some insights on an area. Now, let's say you have chosen a property manager, you are working with them now. What are some of the things that you need to do? Well, number one, ensure that you get copies of all lease agreements and addendums that are given to tenants, as well as any other agreements that are being filled out or completed by the property management company, including your property management agreement. So make sure that you get a copy of exactly what it says, because there are terms in those agreements that will give you a better understanding of how that property manager is going to charge you. So, are they going to charge you based on a flat fee per month based on gross rents? Is it a per door fee? Are they charging you for tenant placement fees? Are there additional charges? What are those charges? Are they charging you over and above whatever your repairs and maintenance invoices? Do they charge you a management fee for that? All of those things are keys in the property management agreement that you're going to want to go over and you're going to want to discuss with your property manager, particularly if they aren't doing that. Okay. What about your HST? How is that going to be charged to you and when is it going to be charged to you? The other thing that you're going to want to make sure that you are on top of is never ignore vacant units. Especially if they've taken more than 30 days to fill, you want to start managing those vacancies with a finer tooth comb. Stay on top of the management company to ensure that you make adjustments to the units. If your property isn't moving quick enough with the vacancy, perhaps it's just looking tired and needs a renovation to the interior of the property or a paint job. Maybe it's some of the exterior of the property that needs some cleaning up. Whatever it is, you want to look at the unit and get a sense of what other units in that area look like and the quality of your unit compared to that unit. Okay, so that's one of the things you're going to want to do, particularly with vacancies. Now, if you can get to know your neighbors and get some communication going, it might be a nice way to get an extra set of eyes on the property and perhaps give you some feedback, and sometimes whether you want it or not. So, having a couple of people that you know in the area and keeping an eye on the property could be a way for you to get some insights. So it's something to keep in mind. You want to have a regular phone call with your property manager. That could be every quarter, it could be twice a year, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you have the good communication lines. Particularly if something comes up and you weren't aware of it and you had a call previously with that property manager, then you know that there's some sort of issue that needs to be addressed. The other thing that you're going to want to do when you're managing your property manager is review all your monthly bills and statements that come from the property management company, as well as from any utilities or other payments that you're making. You want to ensure that the utility bills aren't all of a sudden going up really high, and if there is a change in the utility payments, that there is an explanation from the property management company. Was there a leak? Was the leak addressed? If there is no leak, then what is going on with the utilities? Did somebody else move into the unit that's causing this? All those things you want to be able to do, and that is a little bit more of managing your property manager. If you hire a property manager, you're ultimately still responsible for that unit, for that property. It is your property. You have a manager, but that doesn't relinquish your responsibility. So keep that in mind. All right. So on this episode, we were talking about managing your property manager. If you want to learn more, we have a full course on filling vacancies and property management that you can find on educationrei.ca, as well as you can find my books on Amazon around property management, as well as you can go to durhamrei.ca, join, become a member, get access to all our video courses. And we'll see you on the next episode of Get Real Wealthy. Have a great one.
Make sure to check out getrealwealthy.com.
Until next time, I'm Quentin D'Souza. Get out there and take action.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are provided for information purposes only and should not be construed as an offer to buy or sell any securities or to make or consider an investment course of action. For more information, go to getrealwealthy.com.